What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is this article in Time magazine. It's actually an awesome magazine. Okay, has so many success stories of people that chose to use marijuana for their ailments. Like myself, I use it for all my ailments. The article is entitled "I Use Pot for My Health," just like me. Okay, so we're going to talk about them though. One of the ones that I particularly liked was Cannabis Helps My Son's ADHD. Amy, not her real name, who's 47 and like on my age. I first got the idea of using cannabis to treat my son, Jack, who is 11 and has ADHD. I was working on a film on the anti cancer properties of marijuana and was surprised to discover that some doctors recommend it for ADHD and autism, which is great because when I Googled it, I didn't find much on the studies of it. And a lot of the Google said that it couldn't find that it helped for ADHD. So this is good to read. I was intrigued as Jack had never responded well to traditional ADHD medications such as the stimulant Ritalin. Okay. I spoke informally to a pediatrician, so she talked to a doctor who specializes in treating children with developmental disorders such as autism. Once we figured out dosing, I started Jack on a CBD oil. Okay, it seemed like such an easy thing to try. Kind of like acupuncture. If it did help, great, but if it didn't, it wasn't as if it would have any toxic side effects. And that is what I love about cannabis because Adderall, Ritalin, they have a lot of toxic, bad side effects. Okay. All right. Although we don't live in California, I don't either. I have residency there, so I was able to get him a state medical card. So she gets the oil. It comes in as sublingual drops that he has to take every day under his tongue. Okay. We saw benefits fairly quickly. It wasn't like when he took Ritalin and there was an automatic improvement, which that's usually happens and then it's terrible. But over a period of about 6 weeks, I gradually saw the cannabis take effect. Jack has always suffered from a lot of anxiety, which is very common among kids with ADHD, but he seemed calmer and happier. He slept better, he ate better, and in general, he just seemed more robust. We started giving it to him in July of 2016, and that September, he started at a new school. A month into classes, I asked his teacher if he was showing any signs of anxiety, like fidgeting or a lot of chewing on his shirt. They seemed surprised and said they weren't seeing any. I used to never be able to take him to a movie, let alone get him to sit through a meal. He was always shifting and moving, almost as if he wanted to get out of his skin. Oof. Okay. Now he's present. He can sit and have a conversation. Okay. Or pull out his homework and sit down and do it without being reminded. I love that. Wow. Okay. I love that. All that underlying irritability and distractibility is gone. And let me tell you something. The come down on these things, first of all, irritability, what? My child, it is hard to get along with her when she is on this medications. It makes her so moody because I've taken her off and she's been off a few weeks and it has been like, wow. Just without anything, it's a different kid, you know? It's a different child. And that Vyvanse was making my child like very, very edgy and ugh, it just wasn't, she wasn't happy. So, anyway, since then, things have been good. We haven't found the cure all though, because, the teachers are saying she's still having a hard time concentrating, paying attention. So, the search continues. I'll let y'all know what happens. But, so let me tell you what happened with Jack. I feel like his brain has really calmed down, almost as though it's been restarted. Jack's current pediatrician knows that he is taking CBD oil, and his psychiatrist. He's their only patient taking it, so they are very interested. His therapist has also noticed all these changes. I don't get the sense they think of the drops as medicine. They view it almost as giving him melatonin at night. Okay. Which, let me tell you, if you're giving your child stimulants like Vyvanse and like Ritalin, most likely you're giving them melatonin at night because it's hard for them to go to sleep. That's a whole nother thing. So, focusing at school is still a problem for him. Although the CBD seems to relax him and get rid of the anxiety, it doesn't seem to improve his concentration. Okay, this is where the THC comes in. All right, my pediatrician in Los Angeles recommended a THC extract for focus, but I wasn't comfortable with anything that might cause psychoactive effects, especially without a knowledgeable local doctor to help with managing those side effects. I do think it's reasonable for any parent who has a child with ADHD to consider trying CBD oil under a pediatrician's care, especially since the current medications to treat the condition have so many side effects. I just wish more parents knew about it and more doctors were informed. Cannabis has such negative connotations, especially for kids, but in my experience, it has been a real game changer. Okay, Amy, it's been a real game changer for me too. So, Jack, and a game changer for Jack, I might have to consider. I'm going to be looking into this, and I don't want her to feel bad anymore, you know? Thanks for listening this evening. Thanks for coming to my channel. I really appreciate you. And I hope that this video was informative. This article really helped me out, you know? I hope it helps you out too. Good night.